Hello folks, this is Charlie Harriman from Cloud Investments with our May 2016 Educational Economic Update. In this video, we'll talk about some of the economic events that influence markets in the last month and give you some insight into what they could mean for you as an investor. Please stay tuned at the end for a required disclosure statement. The Federal Reserve Open Market Committee met in late April and unsurprisingly decided to leave interest rates where they are. Though the Fed still expects to raise rates this year, central bankers clearly intend to move carefully. Though the Federal Reserve seems ready to raise interest rates as soon as economic growth picks up, the latest economic data doesn't support their narrative. Before the meeting, many investors were expecting a June rate hike. However, the Fed's cautious tone in the November election make it more likely that the next rate hike won't come until December. Investors also got a look at fresh economic growth numbers. The advanced estimate of first quarter GDP showed that economic growth stumbled, increasing just 0.5% in the first 3 months of the year. That's a sharp decrease from the 1.4% the economy grew in the last quarter of 2015. The weak growth is concerning, but it's not something economists are panicking over. Slower spending by consumers and governments, as well as cutbacks to business investing stemming from plunging crude oil prices, all contributed to the dismal growth last quarter. The good news is that some economists don't expect the weakness to stay with us for the rest of 2016. Though past performance can't predict the future, weak first quarter numbers were followed by strong quarters in several of the last few years. Energy prices also look to be stabilizing, which will hopefully spur business investment, and consumer spending is expected to come back this quarter. First quarter earnings season kicked off in April, and the low expectations investors had about performance paid off because they left room for positive surprises. Out of 209 S&P 500 companies reporting so far, earnings were down 5.5% from the first quarter of 2015, and revenues were down 1.6%. However, over 75% of those firms were able to beat expectations, showing that management did a good job of preparing the market. Even when the earnings picture is weak, better than expected results can give individual stocks a pop. Overall, we can see that U.S. firms really struggled with growth in the first quarter. The energy sector was a serious drag on the overall S&P 500. The sector's earnings are down 114.5% over the same period last year. The technology sector also generally underperformed as big names like Apple, Google, and Microsoft failed to live up to expectations built on previous quarters. To sum it all up, though the economy continues to chug along, growth was hard to come by for U.S. firms in the first quarter, and many challenges still exist. Slow economic growth also complicates things for the Federal Reserve, and we're not likely to see a rate increase anytime soon. However, it looks like we may have some bright growth ahead of us in the second quarter. We'll know more in the weeks ahead. That's it for the May Educational Economic Update. As always, if you have any questions or concerns about what we've discussed, please give our office a call at the number below. Here are some upcoming events that we'd like you to know about. Maximize your Social Security and retirement income is at JW Steakhouse in Decatur on May 26th or June 2nd at 5:30. Rejuvenate your retirement at UAH is June 14th and 21st from 1 to 3 p.m. And retirement planning today is at Drake State Technical Community College, June 14th and 21st or June 16th and 23rd. We also have a Retire Now at Grill 29, June 14th or 16th. Once again, this is Charlie Harriman for Cloud Investments, signing off for the month of May 2016. Please remember that nothing we talk about here is a recommendation. If you would like to discuss your personal financial situation, please give us a call at 256-715-0094. We'd be happy to talk to you.
While we believe the information in this report is reliable, we cannot guarantee its accuracy. Opinions expressed are subject to change without notice and are not intended as investment advice or a solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security. Please consult your financial professional before making any investment decision. Investment advisory services offered through Cloud Investments LLC, a registered investment advisor in the state of Alabama. Insurance products and services are offered through Cloud Financial Incorporated. Cloud Investments LLC and Cloud Financial Incorporated are affiliated companies.